And just in case you hadn't already worked it out and you don't know me at all, bought another E36. 1993, 318i. It's had some love in its past life. It's been lowered auto, which is a little bit disappointing, but it was super cheap. Right, these cars are getting super expensive now. As you can see, it's actually had a closed door respray in its life. In this weird purple. Wasn't done very well because the clear coat's all peeling, all that. But other than that, the car is, body-wise, is very straight, which is good. Interior has seen better days. Typical E36 things. The door cards are all like sagging and stuff, so we'll pull them off and put some Burnouts Unlimited door cards in. Glove box has got the dreaded glove box sag. It's got no roof lining. It's got a sunroof, manual windows. I mean, it's got a working head unit, so all little things. And down here we have the mighty M43. But for now, we're going to take it for its first test. We've just got it back, unloaded off the trailer. I've checked oil, coolant. Power steering's a bit dodgy. I topped it up. It got a little bit better, but I would say the power steering pump's on its way out. Everything else in the car seems pretty good. I think you get away with a manual and a welded diff if you really wanted to. But for now, we'll cut to Beck taking it for her first drive. She's ripped in the paddock in the AU, but that's about all she's ever done. This thing might not love it. Anyone who's driven a stock auto E36, they are pretty gutless, and their diffs are notorious for just wanting to single peg. So, but we'll give it a shot. It's unlike E36s, but all the lights work on this thing. Reverse lights, brake lights, or maybe these left-hand brake lights out, but way more than what you expect from an E36 that's been sitting in a paddock probably 2 years or more. Honestly, this car is probably too good to be doing this with, but it's actually pretty neat in here. Got in first. This is way more gutless than the Falcon, so when you get past here, you're gonna have to like give it to it way more. Right, so that was a fail because, as I predicted, this thing is very gutless, and Beck is used to a 4-litre Falcon that will spin the wheels pretty easy. And there's some pretty big holes in the paddock, which Beck, basically, driving an AU, you go through them and you don't care. In this thing, we care a little bit more. So I'm just gonna give it a test and see if I can actually get it to slide, but we'll see what happens. We munted the front guard already. The power steering definitely sucks, but it does slide. So, you just check what we've done to this guard because the car is kind of low. Do a quick look. So fuel flaps opened up already. It's great. Otherwise, seems okay. Hasn't munched the guards. But basically, difference to the Falcon, you probably take a tighter line. You need to take a wider line, and basically you're going to stay flat to the floor most of the time. So, and here you got to really try to dodge this. You need to come really close on the inside here to dodge that big hole, and then drive out. Oversteer. And go close to the tree like that. Through that bump, and then wide again here. Very quiet. Oh, that big. And yeah, basically like that. You think you can do that?
No.
It's very similar to the Falcon. You just got to go wider and you probably stay full throttle for longer. Just go inside this one, but outside the other one. So go now and flat to the floor. Yes. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Oh. So we almost just died in driving headfirst into that tree. The car seems like it's running out of fuel, hopefully. So we're heading back in. Alright, so that was somewhat a fail, somewhat not. As I guessed, the car is very underpowered. This, you kind of need to carry a fair bit of speed, especially, our paddock's not huge, so especially in here, there's a lot of trees and that, drifting around the tree and that. We almost rode it off in the tree already. Did pretty good to straighten up and get around the tree just last minute. Ran out of fuel and we noticed it dying of fuel, so we tried to cut it along back out to get fuel, but it just made it here. So it'll sit here. We may come back out tomorrow and attempt to have another go, but you'll see that in this video if we do. If we don't, you'll probably see us at heading to Calder Park in 2 weeks' time. Beck's first time driving E36, like pretty much ever. I think she's moved it out of the shed maybe once, just to prove that she could do it. But yeah, so she's just on our road, just going backwards and forwards, getting used to the clutch. Obviously twin plates apply pretty hard, especially once they get warm. And just changing gears, getting the feel for the car. Can't really do much. Obviously can't take it out the road and that. Never driven a car with 300 kilo before, so just do this for a bit and then we will load it up on the trailer and then everything else will fill the park. We've adjusted the seat, got her in a better position, she can reach the clutch now, and yeah, we're just making sure that everything's all good. Alright, so we're going to do a practice donut basically, so go. Try again. Beck's too scared to rev the car, so I don't think it even went over $3,000 doing that. So. As you can see, Beck is still a little too nervous to rev the car out, so after this one we loaded up the car and got ready for the next day.
This is the first time you'll actually see Nathan working on his car at a drift event.
So Beck's just changing the tyres because they don't fit on the trailer. Screwed it in. Car's all good to go. We signed on late because we actually forgot to enter because she thought I entered and I thought she entered. So we actually had to go sign on. Now she's just stripping the threads off the studs. Car's basically ready to go. Driver's briefing's in about 5 minutes. There, it's easy to get. There you go. So Beck's going out for her first donuts. She doesn't want me to film this one. So maybe we won't, but see how we go. Less throttle. More throttle, more throttle, more throttle. Wider, and wider, more throttle, more throttle, more throttle. Less throttle, less throttle, less throttle, less throttle. At this point, we're about halfway through the day, and unfortunately Beck is still struggling with the level 1 donuts. It was getting so frustrating, so we decided to jump in the driver's seat so she could visually see what she needed to do. The video you see here is her first time out after watching me absolutely nailing the donuts. So how are we going? It's lunchtime.
There's 4 or 5 cars left.
We're progressing though.
Yes, we're getting better.
So that's Beck's first set of tyres. Up to doing level 2 stuff, which is figure 8s. So we're going to head out there again now, and then hopefully she can get that down pat and we'll head out onto the main track and try some of the bigger corners. Definitely seeing a lot of progression. It's more so she just needs to give it some more throttle and drive the car more to where she wants it instead of letting the car do its own thing now. So she's got the just driving down pat, but she's got to drive it a little bit more to where she wants to put the car. So, and probably less dirt drops because she keeps dropping it in the dirt. Ain't you, Della?
Yeah.
Are you happy?
Yes. So much fun.
That's the main thing, isn't it?
I'm tired.
The car's not broken yet, which is also a positive.
Definitely takes it out of you. Cool drift days, obviously.
Some people don't understand. I'll stay out if you want. Yep, now. Not good enough. Alright, so at the end of the day, car isn't broken. It's in one piece pretty much. She did take my pod off. Pretty sure she went a bit wide on dirt drop and lost the rear pod, but otherwise the car's in good condition. Seen a lot of limit today, but she made it to level 3, so out on the main track, which is good. That's awesome. Progressed heaps. Learn a lot in probably what I would say one of the hardest cars to just get in and start learning to drift, especially one that you haven't really driven before today. Twin plate clutch and that makes it quite difficult. I haven't formally introduced Beck, but she's going to tell us her thoughts on the day. How'd you go?
Good. Made it to level 3.
Happy with that?
Yes. I didn't think I'd make it.
Main question, did you have fun?
Yes.
Would you do it again?
Yes.
Once we got past like the basic car control and got away from the donuts, I think the donuts, they're good for about like, once you can do like 2 or 3 donuts in a row, you basically got to get away from that and you get onto the figure 8s and stuff, and you just progress way quicker, just because it's actually hard with no wheel speed and like real slow pace stuff. It's hard to get a feel for the car, especially a car that's already set up and quite grippy. Like I didn't take too much grip out of the car, but otherwise I think she did pretty good. And yeah, after that I think you progressed pretty fast. Once we got through the figure 8s,
Yeah, the figure 8s.
we got out on the main track pretty quick after that.
Yeah, the figure 8s were a lot quicker than the donuts. And it was good because there was lots of girls here too.
Hopefully we got some of the good runs. Unfortunately, the really good run that she did, I tried to film on my phone and for some reason it keeps like, the first time I start filming, it will just cut out and then I have to restart it again. And I didn't start the GoPro that time because I knew I only had like one recording left in the GoPro battery, and that was the one I didn't record, which is, I was like, I'll just film it on my phone. It was really frustrating, but yeah, you link the whole S-bends and you actually do it quite well with lots of lock. Transition really snappy. The car does transition very snappy, and that was probably the hardest bit once you're on the main track.
The thing that I struggled with the most was even just taking up off with the clutch. I know it sounds basic and stupid. Obviously I also don't want to break a $3,000 clutch. It's one of those things, but no, I think you did well, and I think you probably won't drift too much more because I need to be able to drive, and it's too expensive for us to both drift. It was
was good fun.
And on that note, we're going to load the car up. Might chuck some B-roll of us loading up, and then we're going to head to KFC. We'll see you in the next video, where we will probably be working on Beck's drift car, which is also going to be my car because she probably only drive a few times a year, and we'll probably use that as the cheap, fun car to keep driving in the new year. And lastly, I just want to thank all the businesses, the local businesses, and everyone that supports me, sponsors me, and helps make these days possible. Arat Windscreen for always getting my windscreens in. I've broken a few of them. Cheap, fast. He also paints the car, absolutely keeps it looking amazing. The colour is amazing, always colour matching it because stuff like this happens. I take it back to him, fixes it over and over again. Repco Arat for always supporting and looking after filters, oils, everything, wheel bearings. After smashing all those wheel bearings, the brakes, the full rotors, they're always there to help. And also Russell from Harris Automotive, always looking after us, giving us some tyres and all that kind of stuff. He's always happy to help. Birdouts Unlimited, BMX.net, two-step garage, new two-step garage kit, literally killer. The axle gets held, so that's solved our axle problem, which is good. No more wheels are falling off, and I'll further test that with some more grip at Reed Surrey. But for now, we'll catch you later. We're going to head off.